Puerto Montt, Chile, an international port, South America's gateway to the magnificent Patagonia mountain region. I'm Langley Gase, Aquaculture Applications Manager for the International Copper Association. Join me as I travel south of Puerto Montt to the Ventisqueros Salmon Farm. We'll observe a unique harvest where copper alloy mesh is used to help produce 7,000 tons of healthy market-size fish. I met with Andres Fletcher, Chief Executive Officer and General Manager of Ventisqueros.
Well, Ventisqueros is one of the oldest salmon companies. It was one of the companies founding this industry in the late 80s. We have the three pillars: the economy, then the sustainability that is mostly expressed in the responsibility we have with our workers and the community, the quality of the jobs we give for the people and our relation with them.
Andres spoke with me about his work with EcoSea, one of the companies that provides copper alloy nets developed to improve productivity and sustainability for the aquaculture industry.
You need to take these nylon nets away, specific places where they are cleaned and repaired. For that you use transportation, you use energy, a lot of water, and then come back with the net. Stressful for the fish, it consumes a lot of resources, and even in the CO2 emissions has an impact because a lot of handling around that.
Tell me a little bit about the introduction of copper alloy mesh into your company's functions.
There were several tests of 1 or 2 cages, but then we decided to go full. And the story was very challenging because it's new technology for the people to get used to this. But it's a very good story at the end because we noticed the advantages. We have no fallowing on the nets. For the farm manager, it's much more easy to handle fish farming when you're not also worried about how to change nets, for example. You avoid an activity that is necessary but risky, which is diving.
Visibility is often poor for the diver. Copper alloy mesh requires less cleaning and provides protection for the fish inside the nets. While predators are an impediment to the fish farming industry, they are an important part of our ecosystem. It is our intent to protect the fish stock as well as their natural predators.
The sea lions in Chile are very eager to go into the farms and to get some fish from them. Very difficult to avoid that, but in this case the structure of the net is so strong that we are not using anymore the nets devoted to take the predators out. We are very happy with the operation, and we think this technology will be introduced more and more into the industry.
Javier Lacaras, manager of ocean production for the Ventisqueros farm, also spoke with me in Puerto Montt.
This technology is so important because you can manage the site with very few people. For the fish, it's real good because you have the clean environment for all the cycle.
Ventisqueros is located on pristine waterways in Chile's majestic Patagonia region. Rodrigo Fuenzalida, operations manager from EcoSea, and I visited Ventisqueros.
I have 12 years of experience. I started with Camanchaca as an operational manager. And I had experience. We have experience in Camanchaca with the 2 first cages of EcoSea in Chile. So if you want to increase your volume with that number, there is only way to do it, and copper nets is the solution. So that's why last year I decided to join this company because I really believe in this technology.
Durability and longevity of the nets reduces the need for maintenance. Copper alloy nets also require less underwater repair work, much less cleaning, and no net changes over multiple salmon grow-out cycles.
We take almost 90% of the fishes away from the cage using the traditional way, without diving, and the divers goes into the water just for the 10% of the fishes left in the cage.
Because of copper's versatile natural properties, copper nets provide the right material for both surface and submersible marine aquaculture enclosures for near and offshore sites. How does copper alloy mesh affect the cage during storms with waves?
Copper alloy mesh gives to the installation, to the mooring system, a lot of weight. So the cages finally doesn't move a lot with waves. About the current, you know, you have lower drag coefficient, much better.
Site manager for Ventus Caros, Alejandro Cristi, describes the many benefits of copper alloy netting.
I've been a manager of the center for 12 years. In different companies, well, I've been in 4 companies. As for Ventus Caros, I've been here since 2008. From an operational standpoint, well, the change of nets, the divers, the risks of having to check all this, problems with tangles, we didn't see these. I didn't suffer any of these issues in this cycle, never at all. One other thing I've always emphasized is the cleanliness. I think we have not used as much of the medicine that has to be thrown in when using conventional nets.
In the future, how will copper alloy mesh fit with aquaculture business practices?
We definitely need new technology because we need to grow in scale. That's usually not easy to handle such a big operation. So copper nets is one step, but it will be more steps in the future, adding technology, adding best practices to the industry to improve.
Andres Fletcher and other aquaculture leaders understand the value of copper alloy mesh for the profitability and growth of their business.
We have built a long-term relationship with the customers. So we build that relations for the future, and also we plan to stay here for the long term. That's our scope every day.
Several fish species, from salmon and trout to sea bass and bream, have been raised globally in copper alloy mesh. Copper alloy mesh provides a solution to sustainable growth, profitability, and development of the aquaculture industry around the world.